Okay, this is a general oracle card reading for the Gemini for the month of January 2019. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so it's not going to fit everybody. It might fit most of you, but not all of you. And also keep in mind that you could all be going through different stages in life. So this may have applied a few months before, and this might apply a few months later on. Also keep in mind that not one sign in the zodiac is all positive and another one all negative. Every sign has got negative and positive people in it. So the energy may apply to you differently than it does someone else. Hi. This is Minnie. She doesn't come in my room often, but sometimes she likes to slip under the door and come say hi to my cat Babushka. Okay, also, I'm going to be doing the readings differently than what I've been doing. The other one, sometimes, 16 cards could be coming up, and then sometimes it was just one. But when there was a lot of them coming up, it was kind of time-consuming. So I'm only going to be drawing up 4 cards from now on, because there's about 4 months in a month. 4 weeks in a month. Oh my god. 4 months in a month. Jesus Christ. Though if 1 or 2 more cards extra come out when I'm trying to draw a card, I will leave it like that. If too many come out, though, I'm gonna be like, no, universe, we're not doing this again. So yeah, the first card that I drew came up. The 2 cards did come out, so I left it there. And also, if any cards are come up flipped upside down rather than right side up, I'm gonna start trying to read it like that. None of the cards came up upside down though, but I'm gonna be doing this for like a few months, and if anybody tells me that it's not working, it doesn't make sense or resonate with them at all, then I'm gonna stop. But if it does seem to be working, I'll continue doing so. But yeah, none of them came up upside down with you. Alright, the first card that came up was the High Lady of Love and Compassion. Hi, Manny. Reverence, kindness, consideration. To me, this is just the ultimate self-love card. It's knowing how to give compassion and love and whatnot to yourself and to others. To me, if you're only giving it to yourself, I don't think that's real self-love. That's the ego, and I don't think they actually love themselves. I think they give themselves a lot of reverence and whatnot because they don't have self-love, so they're expecting someone else to feed it. But the card came right side up, so I'm gonna guess that is not anything you're having a problem with. At least the majority of you. I'm gonna guess that you guys are practicing self-love, or you are trying to learn how to have some self-love. Alright, and the other card was the River Queen. Flow, letting go, natural movement. That just means that you're in the process of recognizing there's something you need to let go of, or you are, maybe you haven't recognized it yet, and this is the card giving you a sign right now that you need to let go of something. And it can mean that you are already in the process of letting go, or you have already let go of something. And being that it's self-love that came up before that, perhaps you're letting go of a bad system of thinking, like I'm not good enough or I'm not worthy. You may have let go of that. It could be letting go of people that are not going to treat you with love and respect that you need to start letting yourself have. So it can be letting go of people. It could be letting go of a bad habit. It could be letting go of an addiction. Could be letting go of a lot of things. Just kind of use your imagination or whatever is in your life right now that you need to let go of. And if there isn't anything you need to let go of, I guess use your intuition, as this is a general reading, not a personal reading, so I wouldn't know what personally you need to let go of. I'd assume, though, that you probably already do, naturally, with your intuition, or with just plain using logic and common sense. Sometimes, you don't need your intuition to figure it out. Alright, the second card that came up is the Ice Queen. Ideas, preserve, non-action, entitlement. And being that the card came right side up, and I'm going to start reading it differently when it comes upside down from when it's coming right side up, I'm not even going to give the negative aspect of the card of what I feel when it could be a negative thing. I'm just going to give the positive. So ideas preserved, that means that there are some ideas that you need to preserve, like remembering you're good enough, you're worthy enough, you're valuable, you need to value yourself, and that you are entitled as a person to know this. Now, if it came upside down, I would have pointed out the non-action area there, which would mean non-action, not moving forward, something that's stagnant and doesn't move forward. But only doing the part where it came right side up. So this is a moving forward behavior, which would make sense if the love card, the self-love card came up. So, having ideas preserved that you're entitled to love and respect and dignity, those would be things to, have self-love, and the negative aspect that I gave of the card would make sense about letting go, because it's probably what you're letting go of, is the negative aspect of not realizing you're good enough or something like that. All right, the Lady of the Gift, this is the third card, generosity, receiving, withholding. It just means that, again, I'm going to give the positive aspect of it, being that it came right side up. To me, it means you are starting to be the lady of gifts for yourself. Being generous with yourself, allowing yourself to receive, and no longer withholding these gifts from you. Kind of like when you let people in your life that are not healthy, they're toxic or they're negative, and it's just not good for you. This is not to say they're a bad person. Some people, they're suffering on the inside and they're not ready to move on or heal from that, and they end up being quite toxic for the rest of us. So I don't want to say they're a bad person if they're not behaving nicely toward you. They could just be very broken, and there's nothing you can do about that. They can only help themselves. But the card coming right side up tells me that you're no longer withholding the gift from yourself. You are now kicking those kind of people out of your life. Like, okay, this is not my responsibility. I'm not going to allow them to drain my energy anymore. I'm not going to allow them to be in my life and waste my time and take my precious time away from me and my energy when they can only help themselves. This is not my responsibility. I need to let them go, and I need to start giving myself the gift of allowing myself to be treated with dignity, respect, and love as a human being that they're withholding from me. So I'm going to start letting people in my life that are going to give me dignity, love, and respect. And it's like a give relationship. You give to them, they give to you. It's not this give-take where someone's doing all the giving until they're drained. This would mean that you were cutting that out now. You're not going to allow that to be in your life anymore. You're only going to let people in your life that are worth your precious time. Okay. The fourth card. You might like this if you want a little romance in your life. The Sacred Union, partnership, romance. That just means that you are either finding someone that you're going to be in love with. It may not mean you have feelings for them immediately. It just means you found the person you're going to have feelings for, that you're going to share a sacred union with. Or it means that, you could be getting engaged, you could be getting married, you could be going on a date. So it could mean like advances in love. And if you're already with somebody, you don't know, it sometimes can mean different things. It could mean you're having a romantic night, could mean that you're feeling a little closer, could mean that there's that little extra bond of vulnerability so you can feel closer to each other. And I'm kind of picking up on that, like maybe you're already with somebody and you're like both being kind of very open and vulnerable, and it's really going to make you two feel very close and sheltered, because this person's not going to hurt you and you're not going to hurt them. You're going to take that vulnerability and protect it, and they're going to protect your vulnerability, because that's what you do in love. But it also can mean, that's just the feeling I'm getting. But if I continue on with what other things it can mean, though, could mean a pregnancy, could mean that you're getting engaged with the person you love. Pretty much, if it's something to do with love, this is what this card means. But, use your imagination and take what applies, because if you're already with somebody, then, you know, it could just mean you're feeling closer, you're getting vulnerable with each other. If you're not with somebody, but you're, you know, interested, you could be end up dating them, you could end up becoming into a relationship with them. If you don't have an interest in somebody, there could be this little click where you're starting to get an interest, and it could mean that you've met the person you're going to have an interest in at some point. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it, Gemini, and I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening whenever you're watching this. And now, if you didn't like the reading or none of it made sense to you, I will flash the cards to you and let you use your own intuition, because I'm polite like that and I don't pretend that I'm perfect and that I know everything. And I've said it before, but I gotta admit, the psychics that pretend they know everything, they freaking annoy me. I'm all like, swallow your pride. None of us are 100% accurate. We might be good at our job, we might be damn good, but none of us are 100% accurate. No human being is either, so it's kind of ridiculous that they would ever think that they're 100% accurate, because they're not. You know, like, not one person is 100% accurate in the knowledge they believe in, or what they believe to be facts. And, you know, most people can at least swallow their pride and be like, I believe in everything I believe, but I'm likely not 100% right. It's the same with a psychic. We might be really good at what we do, but none of us are 100% right. And I try to be humble enough to admit that. But yeah, okay, I'm done. You have a good one then.